Today, we're going to do our show a little different. We're doing news and gossip. We're going to do some gossiping, okay? And I want to tell y'all that I'm all in for it, baby. So, you know what I'm going to start with, because Destiny Payton is on the docket today. I don't care who don't like it. Y'all go get her. Destiny Payton is on my docket today. Baby, yesterday I got this bag. Whoa! Whoa! This is from Destiny Payton. So, y'all know I was trying to, you know how they be packing the bag up? Well, I was in here trying to unload the bag, baby. Unload the bag, baby. And what did I see from this gold bag? Baby, I got my rich girl. Now, this describes me all over. Rich girl. Rich girl. And baby, when I tell you, this smell good, baby. Let me tell you what this smell like. This smell like new money. You know when you go to the bank and get a stack, I got my rich girl. But I only didn't get my rich girl. Baby, I got my bag with my glitter in it, honey. Let me tell you something. I got Sugar Walls. Sugar Walls by Madani. I also had got this Sugar Walls. You see this body oil. Oh, my baby, 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 baby. I got Sugar Walls, the body mist. And when I tell you, I want Destiny lips. So I got her little lip liner, but you know what? I'm not going to, I think this is her eyeliner. I'm not going to try this until later on. But this, honey, I had put this on my feet. And my husband was like, oh my God, that smells so good. And so I said, baby, since it smells so good, I need you to what? Make me a rich girl. Now, I know some of y'all are married. Some of y'all are married and y'all think that we don't give ourselves to our husbands for money. Oh, yes, I cook for money. I clean for money. So I have to smell like a rich girl and get that money. So thank you, Destiny Payton. Thank you for Mama Donnie. Thank you, girl. Thank you, thank you, thank you, honey. So now that we got Destiny off the docket, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about Tween, King, Queen, Twirl. Y'all know who I'm talking about, can you? Now, baby, I swear to God, these men that be marrying these women with money, they always doing something. And I'm so glad that she twirled on out of that relationship because she told us that he was like a banker. He was worth $40 million. Didn't Kenya tell us that her baby daddy was worth $40 million? Well, baby, he he needs to subtract some money from that 40 because, baby, I didn't never believe that, especially where he was supposed to have live, and I didn't see no receipts of any type of luxury shit from him. Well, let me tell y'all that the Real Housewife star, okay, Kenya Moore ex-husband Mark Daly sued for eviction. Eviction? Okay, no, for over $448,000 in unpaid rent. Now let me tell you, if he worth $40 million, I'm sure that he can take from 1 million to 448, and he would still have $515,000 from 1 million, and that would make him $39 million. But the Jasmine brand said Kenya Moore's ex-husband Mark Daly is facing serious legal troubles, including an eviction lawsuit for his Brooklyn apartment. The landlord claims that Mark signed a lease extension in February 2024 to set in to June 2025, but failed to pay rent for August and September. So did he pay for October, November, December? No. Accumulating a debt of $9,341. Mark, who was paying $4,920.82 monthly, now faces eviction after a February 2025 judgment. Now, you know, when he was facing this judgment, I think he thought that he was going to get some money from Kenny Ken, but did not get this money because you know their divorce was final this year, okay? Additionally, now, this is additionally about, oh, pretty boy Mark, okay? Mark is involved in another lawsuit regarding unpaid rent on two rental spaces. A landlord sued Mark for his two LLCs, alleging they defaulted on leases and properties in Brooklyn, resulting in an outstanding balance. Okay, Kenya, listen, girl, you know they were gonna bring you up in this. Okay, um, Mark owned the Brooklyn restaurant So Cool, which closed December 2024 after 15 years, citing a shift towards the media. He's trying to say that his restaurant had to close down because of the bad press he was getting trying to take Brooklyn from Kenya and wanting Kenya to pay, but that didn't work. So the landlord served legal papers at the restaurant October 2024. Mark and the LLCs denied the allegations. Now, Mark is the damn LLC. If y'all get an LLC, the LLC is you. I don't care if you name it Pickaboo, okay? The LLC is Mark, okay? Mark and the LLCs, that's what an S, meaning him and two other LLC. Now, let me tell you why I think Mark had them LLCs with an S, because I think that he was hiding money because of this divorce with Kenya. He wanted to show that he didn't have the money that she thought he had, okay? But it ended up biting him in the ass. Um, so he's saying that he should not pay the rent for those apartments because they released the apartment and started leasing it out. Of course, they had to get their money, okay? The property that the suit should be dismissed. So he fighting for this to get dismissed. It don't work like that, Mark. It don't. It don't work like that. Additionally, Mark is involved in another lawsuit regarding unpaid rent to two rental spaces. Mark owned the Brooklyn restaurant. Already told y'all about that, but baby, it is not over. It is not over. People magazine states that, and um Kenya and Mark split in 2019. They didn't get a divorce. And a bitter divorce battle erupted, okay? Kenya was awarded primary custody of their daughter, and each was awarded joint legal custody. Mark agreed to pay Kenya $2,000, even though she made more money. Now, Kenya, I'm happy you got out of that, but y'all gonna find out on the Real Housewives of Atlanta that Kenya is not gonna do the full year on that show. Why? Because Kenya decides to show some pictures at her hair care thing of another wife that's on that show, and y'all gonna see. I don't want to do a spoiler alert, but that's when Phaedra have jumped married to Medicine, and she will be right on over there on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and we're gonna see what Phaedra brings to the girls. Okay, now my next story, I want y'all to know Ski Wee. Okay, Ski Yee, um, and you are my everything. Okay. Do you know that Sexy Red, R-E, Sexy Red, now don't forget, now she is somebody I will listen to, but I would never go to her concerts because I just feel that, I'm a lady that's too mature to go to her concert. But will I listen to her music? Yes, in the privacy of my own home. I want y'all to hear what Sexy Red did, okay? Sexy Red clowning and getting sued. It's a lot of people getting sued, you know. Here you go.
Hey guys, it's your girl comedian Ray Diva, and baby, if you haven't heard, One of Sexy Red's children's grandmother is suing her. She says Sexy got to run her $5 million. Okay, so let's get into this story, baby. So the story goes that one of Sexy Red baby father's mother, a woman by the name of Nicole Barnes, is saying Sexy done caused her a lot of hardship in her life.
5
She
million.
said Sexy, and this is all alleged, went on Facebook, told her fans to kick her door down and beat her ass. Baby even showed a picture of her house. What? But I'm more concerned about y'all fans because at this point, y'all not fans. Y'all a bunch of damn maniacs because y'all gonna go on the internet and listen to a woman, and I like Sexy. But this is a woman who made a lip gloss line and named it Discharge.
Discharge. The lip line.
So y'all gonna take y'all ass to that woman? Yes, she said that she had to move because one of y'all weirdos allegedly done reached out to her and that she couldn't find a compatible rent mortgage to what she was paying. So she gonna need Sexy to run her that, okay? But y'all some followers for real, for real. Like, y'all sick. Anywho, I think that was very irresponsible of Sexy. But my bigger question is, who is the baby daddy? Because how we know his mama name before we know his name?
Now, when would people learn? When will they learn? When will they learn? When will they learn? Sexy done told her fans to go over this woman's house, beat her tail, and she had to move. Now, why we don't even know who her son is. We don't know who her son is, but it might cost her $5 million. Now, me being a businesswoman, and I was thinking she want $5 million because she said her life had to be different. I can't imagine her living in a house that was $1 million. Okay, she had to move. When she had to move, she got a sale from that house. So you mean to tell me when you move from your house and you had to move into another house, your bank loan was paid off, you need to get another loan, and your cost of living that you ain't had $5 million in your entire life, but you want $5 million from Sexy. I'm going to tell you that case will be dismissed. It's going to be dismissed. You better have a police report that Sexy Red fan, and that was their fan that came to your house to beat you up, but baby, because I know you already living in the hood and you want $5 million. Now, do Sexy Red got $5 million? I'm just saying, do she got $5 million? Well, we gonna see. We gonna see. Now, the news. I'm gonna bring y'all the news right now, okay? All right, I'm going to send it to you, John. The news, okay? Did y'all see what Cheeto Man did this morning? Do y'all see what Cheeto Man did? Okay. We got an Armageddon on the auto industry. Do you know that Mr. Cheeto Man have put 25% tariffs on the auto industry? Let me tell you what that means for you and for me. If your car break down, the parts that they will need to fix your car is going to cost an arm or a leg. And I'm going to tell you, this affects Ford, General Motors, Toyota, Honda. Oh, this morning when the GDP was red, all of the industry, everything was in red. I was looking at my TV for the financial report. Everything is red. Investors are scared. And they saying that if this clown of the White House circus put these tariffs in place on the 1st of April, that they're all going to be losing money. And what is that going to do to us as American people? It will bring up car parts. Your windshield wipers might be $200 for some windshield wipers. This is if you go to AutoZone, anywhere you go to get your car fixed. They saying that April 1st might be doomsday. So my advice to you as a financial girl, don't you dare buy a car. Don't you dare. You better go to Bebo in the neighborhood and get your car fixed, because Bebo will go right down to the junk house and get you parts for your car. Don't you dare take your car to no dealership, because you will be spending so much money, you will not be able to handle anything. So I'm telling you, the GDP report came out this morning. Stocks are way down. The investors are scared. What are y'all gonna do? I'm telling y'all, I can be funny in here, but I'm definitely gonna tell you, do not spend your money getting no car fixed. Don't buy no new car. And that is my financial report for today. I want y'all to also look into the community page today, because I'm going to be putting some financial tips inside of the community wall today, because I'm gonna always keep y'all up on y'all money, okay? I'm gonna keep you up on the money. Now let's talk about church, honey. Got this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Well, no light was shining in Marvin Sapp Church, okay? I want y'all to tell you he was holding people hostage. He was strong arming them, but I'm gonna say it was a damn scam. I'm going to say it's a scam. All these pastors coming out scamming. Because today, y'all know I like Marvin Sapp. He saw the best in me when everything else around could only see the worst in me. I'm going to tell you right now, I seen the worst in Brother Man. Because Marvin Sapp told the ushers of the church, close them damn doors. They ain't going nowhere. We are not letting them out until we get $40,000. And people wanted to leave. And you know what Marvin Sapp said? You ain't going nowhere. You're just going to eat. Well, I don't understand why he had the right to hold the church folks in there. Now, Christianity then came to another, example. So let me let y'all see this a little bit. Then let me let y'all hear this man.
That is involved. And they understand the cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said, close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together.
We're going to leave together.
Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant.
What?
There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed. I just think $20 is a lot of money. $20, believe it or not, when my late wife Melinda P. Sapp was alive, was a good date. I could take her to the movies, buy a box of popcorn, get one soda, 2 straws.
Well, Marvin, them people in there laughing. But if I got up and put my finger up to walk out that church and them ushers wouldn't let me out, it would have been a problem. I would have been shouting and punching people in the face. Now, I'm going to tell you something. He's saying y'all are here for it. Marvin Sapp orders ushers to close the doors until the congregation gives 40 grand. We are going to leave together. Giving is worship. He said giving is worship. This is an easy miracle. Baby, do you know how many people go to church and say, I got to feed my family. I gave what I could give. Now, in the Bible, it tells you to give, it's better to give and receive, but don't make me give. Now, what's going on with these black pastors? What's going on with these black pastors? Church is a business. Oh, Mildred said Creflo Dollar did it. The same mess one time. He accosted his congregation to raise money. And yes, I was there. A mess. Okay. The church is a business. Wait a minute. I thought y'all was saving souls. Money is the goal, okay? So they all should leave. I hope they didn't show up on Sunday. Listen, find another church. Now I'm gonna tell you something, but see, we can't just do this to Marvin Sapp, okay? You know, he saw the best in me. Well, I'm gonna see what the public has to see. And I saw the worst in him when you are accosting people to give money and you telling people to close the door and don't let them out. Oh no, I would have been shouting, but it would have been another way. Let me the hell up out of here. But let's not just pick on Marvin Sapp now. He really, I'm gonna tell you something. These people that be scamming, they want to tell you they're going through a hard time, and I really need this, and my phone broke, and I need this. Well, I'm gonna tell you this, that Marvin Sapp bought up his deceased wife. Why? Because that's the beginning of the scam. They have to tell you something that make you feel sorry. Put a one in the chat if you agree. Anybody who want money from you, they have to tell you something that make you feel sorry. I'm having a hard time right now, personally, and I need, and guess what, you saw the best in me, No, baby, the church is becoming a scam, and some of these other people are too. I didn't hear what the money was for. It was a miracle. He said what the money was for. The money was a miracle. And honey, why he needed and asked and not demanded. Now, let me tell you something. BK Lakeisha, that was my last time at the church. A lot of these mega churches are demanding it, honey. Demanding it. Every time somebody want money from you, I'm going through a hard time. Please. Always. But okay, let's go to another pastor. Let's put this glove with this glove. Now, I want to know if y'all can tell me in the chat who this pastor was, because this was another pastor who just did this a couple of months ago. But let's see if we can match these pastors up. No face, no case. Okay, we go listen to this pastor right here. Wait a minute.
Even while the whole city is suffering.
Okay. Okay. We ain't gonna let you hear the name.
These people displaced. God gave me a vision, and He said we can do it in 21 days. I'm asking 2,100 people to give $2,100 in the next 21 days. What we're calling it is Out of the Harbor. But let's talk about it here on all.
Okay. Now, y'all tell me who that pastor was, because this dude says, let me read it. He needs 2,100 people to give $2,100 each in 21 days, and we're gonna call it the harvest. Wait a minute. Did y'all do the math on that? 2,100 people times $2,100 equals $4 million. Baby, your strippers need to be put out of business, okay? Because I just said, Cardi said, shake it fast, get a little bit more cash. But you sitting over there married or was married allegedly to Shawnee. Y'all don't get my words twisted up, honey. You're married or you was married to Shawnee. Was is the word for all of your English scholars. Okay, Keon. Now, I'm going to tell you, Keon Henderson, y'all better dig up his background, okay? Keon was married to another woman, okay? Hallelujah. And he invited Shawnee to the church with Evelyn, okay? And then all of a sudden, Keon was getting a divorce from his wife. And then him and Shawnee was getting married. But I'm going to tell you right now about Shawnee. Allegedly, Shawnee had been scamming Shaq for years and put up a little nest egg, okay? Now, do you think that she was going to let Keon take any of her money? Baby, first of all, me being a financier and knowing about money, honey, Keon had insurance on the church. Let me say it again. You asking for $4 million and you got insurance on the church and you need $4 more million or what? Because the church still ain't up. So evidently you didn't get the 2,100 from 21 members in 21 days. And why couldn't you just roll over and borrow the money from your wife? Because, and he gonna tell you that I was on vacation with my wife so we can connect. Baby, y'all ain't been connecting for a minute because you found out that Shawnee had locked down her money. Okay, so let's get to that part.
Billions of dollars from a hurricane that hit the city of Houston. It was bad, and obviously we don't rejoice in that.
No.
But I thought this was interesting.
It's interesting.
I'm actually going to allow him to elaborate.
Okay, he's getting ready to elaborate. Listen to the scam king.
About the hurricane.
I wanted to spend a moment to give you the state of our church and to let you know where we are after the unfortunate events of Hurricane Beryl that came at us unexpectedly. Started off as a hurricane somewhere in the deep waters, found its way to landfall, and we had no idea that we would be in its grip. You see, my wife and I were on our sabbatical month. We were on vacation, spending time with each other. It was just my birthday 2 days prior. All I could think about is the time I would have with my bride and the time we would be able to use to reconnect through the busy vicissitudes of life. Only to get a call that there was a storm that hit and things might not be okay. Now you have to understand, I didn't believe it because you cannot imagine how many storms we've survived. We've gone through Harvey, Ike. None of the storms ever seemed to touch us. But did God have something else in mind? Well, this storm was not created for us. I would not be selfish to just have you pray for us alone. For when we got the news, 2 million people at the time of impact had no power.
Now,
no, even while the whole city.
I want y'all to hear this one more time that this black man is asking for what God gave him a vision.
Can do it in 21 days. I'm asking 2,100 people to give $2,100 in the next 21 days. What we're calling it is Out of the Harbor.
Now, baby. No. Hey, Aquarius. Hey, BK, Lakeisha, Tanya, Tanika, Takaya. How are you? Yeah, them churches gonna lead these whole congregations straight to hell. Okay, I'm going to tell you that Creflo Dollar, Keon Henderson, Marvin Sapp is sticking up people without a stick. Get it together. You need 2,100. You need 4 million, and then Marvin Sapp needs 40 million. Come on, y'all. 444. What y'all? 4 million, 40 million, 40,000. But still, when somebody need money, they gonna tell you a sob story. I fell off the bus. I broke my phone. And we're gonna call this Out of the Harvest. the harvest when me and my wife went down to get connected with each other. And it was 2 days after my birthday, and I was told that it was hit. Now, don't just pray for me, pray for the 200,000 people who did not have no electricity. I did. I was on an island sipping on martirica. I was sipping on martirica. And they told me about my church. And I looked over at Shawnee, and guess what? That might have broke us up, and the rumors about Shawnee having a sugar baby might have broke up the rumors. She got tired of reading your palm with your hand out. You left your wife, allegedly, who loved you, for a superstar who was only looking at you to clean up her image. And that's the way I see it. And that's the way I'm going to say allegedly, in my opinion, okay? Then you got Marvin Sapp, my precious wife who passed away. What? Are you serious? You want to throw something that really hurt your children into strong arming the congregation for $40,000? No. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell y'all a couple of more stories. And these stories is going to be about men who married the woman when the woman got money, okay? We need to really hear the men who married the woman with money. Now, I'm getting ready to tell you on this next story, okay? Y'all hit my like button. Come on, let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Hey, dearie. Get the likes up. Hey, Norris, because we about to jump on this next story when we have women with the money. Okay, we already talked about when Kenya had the money. Now, Mark being sued, and Mark was holding out trying to get that money from Kenya, but a judge did not see it that way. Okay, now we're going to get on to the next story about another woman who y'all ain't even gonna think about, because girl did jail time. She did jail time from her former husband, and then she married a scammer, allegedly, Louis Rios. Okay, let's talk about Miss Giudice, Miss Teresa Giudice. Any way you want to say it, okay? So here we go. You right, BK. Real Housewife of New Jersey star Teresa Giudice and Louis. $3 million tax debt could target her for the feds due to her past prison sentence. Now, Teresa got the most to lose. You know why? Because Teresa had money when she met Louis. And then they was fronting like they had this, and Louis had this, but Teresa missed the red flag. The red flag that Louis' ex had said, Louis will beat the hell out you. And Teresa said, oh, Louis, my husband, my husband. Didn't you learn enough saying my husband with Joe? Y'all were living beyond y'all means, okay? Teresa star of Bravo series. The show is currently on pause, okay? So that means Teresa ain't making no money. We have heard nothing from the bosses about the show. Teresa said nothing from production, nothing from NBC. We're not even being talked about, okay? They probably just mad at us by now. Come on, let me get to this story. Wait a minute, because Shin done jumped up on my phone, and that's not what I'm here to talk about. Shin. Okay, but Teresa in July says that Andy in July sparked up rumors complete with cast reboot. Now, was he going to let Teresa come back? Because you know how these reality stars live. They live off that money, and when they not on the show, they're not making no money, okay? So they don't have an income coming in. But Teresa is her husband owed $3 million in taxes. Okay. $3 million in taxes, and because they are married, his $3 million bill is her $3 million bill, and Teresa's still on papers. Now you know that Joe got in trouble with scamming people, and now you got Lewis done scam people. Stop talking to her brother behind her husband. Yes, she stopped because of the scammer. Now Joe is doing good. He done moved to the Bahamas. He doing good. And Teresa is stuck like Chuck with this bum. So y'all, this man probably is looking for Teresa to go ahead and pop that money out and pay that bill. Teresa repaid her ex-husband back taxes. Now she got this idiot. You are correct, Sabra. She done married and got rid of one clown for a bigger clown, okay? I don't understand Teresa being an old fool, because anything that was too good to be true, which was her husband, the new one, after his ex-wife got up here and said that Lewis will wear you out, she still married him. He convinced her she just jealous of you. Look at Lewis now. And guess what? They not making the money they need to be making. Some of my sisters done walked in here, and I want to send a message to all you women, okay? Before I get to my next story. You know how we do this little break. We're going to talk about news, gossip, and news. We're going to run people down. But this is what I want y'all to hear and take this. If y'all don't take nothing from my live today, I need y'all to take this right now and listen attentively.
We be out here on our Nettie and Sealy. Nothing but death keep us from it. I thank God for the squad I can summon. If I'm calling, they coming. That's why when I'm balling, it's nothing. Because when I'm falling, they ground me. And if I don't say it enough, today I want to say it loudly. I'm grateful for each of you. Even though you're all proud of me, you better know I'm nothing more than a reflection of the women I keep around me. Ain't nothing like
Mildred,
sisterhood.
Tanya, making my headache. Prosperity Thick Girl. I am a reflection. So y'all, I need y'all to hear this again and again.
We be out here on our Nettie and Sealy. Nothing but death.
Miss Bree, Gail, Sabra.
For the squad I can summon. If I'm calling, they coming. That's why when I'm balling, it's nothing. Because when I'm falling, they ground me. And if I don't say it enough, today I want to say it loudly. I'm grateful for each of you. Even though you're all proud of me, you better know I'm nothing more than a reflection of the women I keep around me. Ain't nothing like sisterhood.
Now, y'all, I'm telling y'all, every woman that come over to my page and support me and don't mind telling me when I'm wrong because who I am, those are the ladies that I got around me now. I got to thank Symmetry, BK, Lakeisha, Miss AKA, Sabra, all the women that get into my ear. And then I got some kings too. I got Rico, and I got Norris, and I got Aquarius. I got people that I can do wrong. Don't put me on no pedestal, making your headache. Woo. If I have to go to war, she will put her boots on. Miss Bree, if I have to go to war, they will put their boots on. Miss Q, when I gotta go to war, they will put their boots on. Miss Tanya, when I go to war, they put their boots on. And Miss Prosperity, baby, y'all might say she messy. Y'all might say she ain't good. But Miss Prosperity got a good old head on her. And you know what? She can relate to me too. So I want to let all y'all know, I thank you for building a hedge around me when I have had a hard time on these streets. I really appreciate you. Because to me, That's worth more than being a rich girl, baby. It's worth more to me for the people who support me and don't have a problem telling me when I'm wrong. I can wake up in the middle of the night and symmetry posts will just jump up at me and I have to listen. Lady D, she will put something up here that I really need at that moment and I be getting it. Who knew? Empress, all of them. Baby, Donna Rose. Sometime I could be a mean girl, but Donna Rose don't mind saying Chica. Get it together. Yolanda the Great, baby. Goody. Baby, people don't mind saying Chica. Get it together. So, y'all, that was a little bit for the commercial. But let's get to the story of the story of the story. Okay? We're going to get to some news. I want to tell y'all that if you plan on going to, oh, yes, my baby right here. This is a soldier, honey. This is a soldier for me and my husband, baby. I just want y'all, University of Maria. I ain't want to leave her out. I want to let y'all know that if y'all are planning on going to Saskatchewan or Ottawa or any part of Canada, baby, your money ain't good over there. I need y'all to know that these people don't want none of your money, okay? Canada want to make it very clear. Sorry, we no longer accept U.S. currency. Many Canadian businesses stop accepting American currency. Y'all better get into it because, baby, they not playing with Mr. Orange Man, okay? So Canadian businesses are saying, sorry, we don't take American cash as exchange rate fluctuated and banking fees making handling U.S. currency less appealing. So don't go over there thinking you're going to get a fish sandwich and all you got is George Washington's, Abraham Lincoln, and Jackson, because they're going to tell you, no, we need our currency. Get on up, hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back. I'm just telling you, don't go to Canada, baby. Don't go to Canada. And like I told y'all yesterday, we got some praying sisters up here. So I'm telling you what's happening to us right now in the United States. The U.S. is on track to set a new record for homeless people with 772,000 people right now living on the street. Y'all need to get on y'all knees and pray because this could be us. This could be me, you, your family member. Y'all, this is why I'm trying to tell y'all need to get together. Get up here on your pages and tell people resources where they can go. If you got to take your family members in, you try to make it work. I'm telling you right now, my husband may not agree with this, and I'm talking about my husband, but I will make this house right here into a house like a Puerto Rican house where we got 5 bedrooms in here. But if I have to move 100 of my family members up in here, don't say that to Tim. I will move them right on up in here, and Tim just have to look at me evil. Now here, let me not leave this lady out. Miss Gigi, okay? Let me tell y'all something serious about Miss Gigi. Baby, Miss Gigi can get on me. And I feel like I've had a whipping because when I know I'm wrong, just the conviction of what she says, now don't let people get up under your skin. I be like, whoa! And she don't even have to say you wrong. And I know I'm wrong. But baby, it's when you respect others, you can appreciate their criticism, their praises, and everything. So, Miss Gigi, I thank you, sister. I appreciate you, sister. And I just need everybody to see Miss Gigi who can tell me when I am doing something wrong. So I'm telling y'all, let's pray. Because 772,000 people homeless today. That ain't all it's going to be. We are on a spiritual war here, And we got to get it together. So all them people begging to get you know, stuff and trying to give us sympathy notes. Let's not even hear that, okay? We ain't got time to hear that. Okay, one more news story and then I'm going to get to the big story, okay? We got the government.
Screw Black History Month. Tell him, Loki. Here's 5 Black Americans buried at Arlington National Cemetery that the White House no longer cares for you to know about. Arlington National Cemetery is 600.
Okay, let me tell y'all this without hearing them. Our president, you know that man that's sitting up in our house, he said we're not going to celebrate Black History Month. We are not going to even acknowledge the Black soldiers that died and built our country. We're not going to acknowledge them. There will be no more Freaknik for spring break for Black colleges. There will be no more holidays for Black folks. Well, you know, a lot of people believe that the holidays anyway was pagan holidays. Okay, so we gotta let people know that it may not be no Christmas in the Black houses this year. Because I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be the first one. I'm not going to celebrate no Christmas, no pagan holiday. I did it because, you know, I got grandkids, but I'm going to let them know here, here's your gift right here. Here's a gift from grandmama. You know, anytime you want something from grandmama, she just give it to you anyway. So you count your Christmas every day. But they have made sure that we will not be celebrating Black History Month. We will not be celebrating Martin Luther King's birthday, but they want us to celebrate something for Elon Musk. For Elon Musk. What they gonna call it? T-Day. No, baby, we're not even gonna do that. So we're not gonna let them play with our feelings. We just need, as adults, to tell our children about some of the Black history that we've made, because they're taking it out of the schools. No more Black history books. No more nothing for Black folks. So we gotta have to do it. We're gonna have to educate. And I'm going to tell y'all, she said, I'm going to have to tell y'all, we're going to have to educate our children at home. If you got a cousin that know about history, English, spelling, arithmetic, send them to your cousin's house. Do something to help each other get our Black kids, them educated, because they done took all the Black funding for college. So I don't know how the HBCs are going to work. But you know what? We got a lot of Black millionaires that need to like throw some money over there. Marcella, you are most welcome. Sometimes it takes a little wig shift. Yes, we love all my intentions up here. I love it. Gail Francis the same way. I might have taught her some things, but everybody can teach me, and especially to cook. I'm gonna tell you who helped me yesterday cook. I was baking some pork chops for my honey bunny. And I called Anthony Loptees, and Anthony Loptees told me, you know, to bake pork chops, it means that it's all in the seasonings. So I use Miss Wanda seasonings. I use some rosemary, some butter. And Anthony told me, my husband killed it, okay? He ate that pork, okay? And he's supposed to be on a diet, but he did what he had to do. Thank you, Anthony Loptees, for helping me cook yesterday. Because when I get stuck like Chuck, I will call somebody and say, you know, I want to make something different, okay? I want my husband to want what I'm cooking, okay? And so my husband really enjoyed what I was serving. So let's get back on the good gossip, okay? Do y'all know that Serena and Venus Williams are the first Black women to own an NFL team, y'all? The girls done put down their tennis rackets, honey, and they done went and bought a NFL team. Oh, we can't play the music though. But I want to tell y'all that Serena Williams have made history as the first Black woman to own a stake in the NFL team. The tennis legends hold an ownership share in the Miami Dolphins, a franchise that was valued at $4.6 billion. Go ahead, girls. That's what I'm talking about. Let's make our own table and sit in it. That's what we got to do. I have 2 clothes or teachers. They are ready to get with the young children to prepare. Don't make this summer about playing. Train your kids on how to add, subtract. You know what I'm saying? Miss Wanda's season, this is really good. It really is. What we need to do is stop patronizing these commercial holidays. They do nothing but take our money out of our pocket. Invest in your children with land and legacy, baby. Took the words right out of my mouth. Say, bruh, you said the holidays, they were BS because of the USA. Didn't want reparations. Every time cops kill a black guy, they name a holiday to satisfy us. Girl, yes, honey. Cece is laughing. When it comes to holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas, I call family reconnection time. We can still eat. Now, y'all, I love other people cooking. Marcella, I'm going to send you some simple recipes for you. Y'all, if y'all don't hurry up, I'm going to burn down my kitchen. Hey, Kim Riley. Hey, Miss Ira. I wish I could pronounce your name, but I really love that. But okay. So let's get to our next story, baby. A fight broke out. Baby, people is fighting on these streets, honey. Listen to this. The Tennessee Rep Justin Pearson snaps after GOP lawmakers come for his dead brother in a heated gun debate, control debate. Learn when to shut up, honey. This is what I'm saying. When people don't like you, they try to say things to hurt you. But see, you can control how you respond. Well,
Argument between lawmakers nearly turning violent.
5-minute recess.
Chaos at the Tennessee state capitol. An argument between lawmakers nearly turning violent. Democrat Justin Pearson was proposing a bill to reinstate gun carry permits, just weeks after he says his brother died by suicide using a gun.
I appreciate the conversation and discussion, because that's what democracy requires. Our participation, our questions, our conversation, our discussion, not just the end of debate, because you don't want to hear something.
Moments later, Republican Andrew Farmer responded.
I know every member in this committee's been here this year working, and I know you may have some things going on, but you have not. So I don't think it's fair for you to come in front of this committee and lecture us on hard work and convictions.
It is a pathetic excuse for you to not answer the question of why we are doing nothing about the gun violence epidemic than to personally attack me.
Eventually, his microphone cut off, but he keeps yelling at Farmer. After order was restored, Republicans rejected Pearson's bill. Then he walked up to Farmer.
5-minute recess.
Pearson was physically restrained.
That's what I'm talking about. See, when you are talking to people and you say something to jag them, watch out, because you never know what somebody going through. You will get drugged, dragged, and everything else. Justin is asking them about trying to fix things, in the gun violence. It's a lot of that going on, but they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. Now, I don't know if y'all watch Adam 22. Now, Adam 22 is an interviewer who's always interviewing our black rap boys, okay? Let me just show y'all a little bit of him.
Damn, so they locked Adam 22 up. What y'all think Lena doing? What is Lena the plug doing? Is she getting plugged? How long did it take her? Yeah.
That's Adam 22. Adam 22 have had interviews with every rapper that is dead or in jail. Now, I assume, allegedly, that Adam 22 is working with the feds, has always been working with the feds. And if he got arrested, it's because the streets lately have been saying that he working with the feds. So why would the feds arrest Adam 22? To make it look like he not. Y'all don't fall for these reindeer games, because Vlad allegedly is also working with the feds. Every time Fulio goes in, next thing you know, Fulio, boop, boop. King Von, boop, boop. These people are leaving here after interviews with them. They go in there and ask them questions about crimes. And the young rappers think that they're being interviewed, and they go in there and snitch on themselves. Well, what did your song mean by? They go in there and snitch on themselves. So Adam 22, Vlad, all of them are colonizers, in my opinion. They are put here to make sure they lock up the people that need to be locked up. Okay. So let's get to some news right quick, because I ain't gonna keep y'all long. This is lunch break. Okay. So Robert F. Kennedy Jr. plans to cut 10,000 jobs from the Department of Health and Human Services. Now, this is a cuckoo bird who his own family came out and said this dude is crazy. And he managed to get put in here. But listen to this. Hold on. Well, here it go right here. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. plans to cut 10,000 jobs from the Department of Human and Health Services. Now, I'm going to tell you this. This guy is no good, okay? I don't get it, but look, we don't listen to this man. He said, y'all need to take more vitamin A. That's it. That's all you need. Okay. These people that's up there that's working for Donald Trump, they've made some mistakes, some big mistakes, like telling people our tactics of going to war. Okay, everybody got to see it. So, yep, talk about my brother and you see what happens. Yes, the setup for this is a setup for yes. So now he in jail. And I'm gonna tell you in Fed talk, let's pick him. Let's pick him up. So we'll make it look like that, he catching charges too. But y'all not going to hear about Adams 22. They might go through a whole trial, and Adam 22 will be put in woodsack, okay? That's witness protection, because he done got too close. Okay, y'all. Real Housewives of Atlanta again. 2 stories, okay? Drew Sidora came out with her new song, looking sexier, looking different. Maybe because she might be sleeping with Portia's baby daddy, but that's not it. When she came out talking about Ralph living in the basement, Ralph came out, y'all. Ralph came out and decided to blow a hole in her album release day. Ralph Pittman Jr. Now, I want y'all to know something about good old Ralph. Ralph disappeared one season going down to, I think, Myrtle Beach or Florida, and didn't even tell his wife, Drew Sidora, where he was going. And Ralph was making this imaginary money. We never found out what kind of work he do. But now that Drew is leaving, he think he can put his hands on that money. They both stand in the house now. I don't get it. I don't get it now. Drew Sidora, to me, was a battered mentally wife with this dude, okay? And all of a sudden he's saying, and he had an apartment, but all of a sudden I'm living in the basement. Listen, these women that marry these guys don't check them out, because even Drew could not tell you what Ralph did. Y'all, welcome who knew too. Drew could not tell y'all what Ralph did. Remember, Ralph wrote a story about her child, not the ones they share, about her other son's father. And she should have left him then. It was no respect, okay? But I don't get it. These women marry these guys talking about they cute. But baby, let's get into the real juicy booty over here. Now, Candy Burris married old Todd Thumb Tucker, a thumb in his hand and a thumb in his drawers, from what I'm hearing, allegedly. I'm going to tell you that Todd married Candy. And y'all remember when Todd got upset when Candy had him sign that prenup. Then he got upset where she bought him on national TV to let him know that the money was going to her daughter and not him. Then he got upset that when she kept saying, you starting up all these businesses and you are losing money. Remember, he started a little truck business and he got mad at Don Juan, who said, baby, you might be sleeping with Candy, but I got her best interests at heart. Todd has been trying to clog and get Candy money ever since before they got married, okay? Todd came into the marriage worth $250,000. He got that prenup that says, hey, if you divorce Candy after 10 years, all you're going to get is $500,000. So let me tell you, Todd decided to open up another business, Old Lady Gang, okay? He opened up Old Lady Gang and wanted her mama to work for them and give the recipes. So let me tell you, Old Lady Gang, unfortunately, we have closed our Peter Street location. We apologize for any inconvenience this may cause. You may visit us at our Camp Creek location, 3650 Marketplace Boulevard, East Point, Georgia. And and you think somebody going over there to a marketplace after they heard what happens in the Old Lady Gang over here. Now, when I went to Atlanta, I called myself pulling on up to the Old Lady Gang, baby. That line was so long. People were saying that the food wasn't good. Now, I'm not going to ever tell y'all wherever I go if the food is not good. You know how your mama say, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. I'm not going to do that. I ain't going to do that. But I'm telling you, that Todd had a plan in that. Well, let's jump on over to Blaze, okay? Blaze. Blaze is also closed. Okay, but you know, they had a Pim Pim Pound. It's a 22 over there at Blaze, baby. And I was like, they cannot say, hold on one second. Hey, Ash. Okay, he did the backyard. Did I need to know, did he weed on the behind the yard? Because I told him to do that. Okay, so he'll come here and get paid. I'll pay him when he get here. All right, thank you, babe. Bye. Oh shit, I didn't even mute that. Okay. So y'all excuse me because I told you I got houses. Okay. So I want to let y'all know that Candy husband is being sued. But let me tell y'all what's so funny about Candy's husband being sued. First, it was Todd and Candy being sued, y'all. First, it was Todd and Candy being sued. Candy pulled the okadoke, baby. Look at this. Candy Burrs dismissed from the $200,000 lawsuit over restaurants' alleged unpaid rent. Now, look at this. March 26th. Real Housewives of Atlanta alumni Candy Burrs had all claims against her dismissed by the landlord suing over alleged unpaid rent on her restaurant Blaze. Now Blaze done went up in a blaze, not literally, but financially. That was money again. Todd and shit it down the hole. According to the court docs obtained by In Touch, March 16th, the landlord Montego Pacific involved the court and it was no longer pursuing claims against Candy individually. A lawyer for the landlord explained the basis for the Montego claims against Candy. That was she was executed a personal gratuity. He added that the complaint was dropped against Candy and picked up by who? Okay, the lawyer ended therefore because Candy's liability had expired. The lawsuit, y'all, will continue on against Burrs Tucker restaurant group ran by Candy and her husband Todd and Blaze Restaurant. And then they filed another lawsuit May 3rd. And y'all got to look at the numbers on this, baby. Y'all got to look at the dig on numbers. It claimed the defendants owed rent for Blaze. The suit alleged Candy and the others sued owned was $154,139.17 in the past due rent. They said that another property was $56,495 for repairs done to the property. The suit claimed the defendant breached the contract by failing to pay certain monetary charges, and repairs and necessity landlord incurring. The landlord read, as a result of the tenant breach, he wants $154,139.17 for the rent, and he wants $12,083. And guess what? Wasn't Candy mentioning some tax shit, but it was really Todd shit, and she ended up paying that, so people stopped looking at Todd, and now he racked up another bill. Baby, Candy, aren't you tired of this man putting you in debt? And you know what your daughter gonna do. And I can see Miss Joyce over there saying, no matter how low, you are using my daughter for her money, baby. It's gonna come up now. Candy spoke on the lawsuit and she claimed her name was added for publicity. You see this? Oh, Candy backing out. Earlier this week, Candy spoke out about the lawsuit. She claimed her name was added for publicity and the claims against her would be dropped shortly. So, Todd, you better dig into that $300,000 she's saying that you are worth. And you better pay that money, girl, because I'm telling you right now, Candy should be tired of getting in debt behind her husband. I'm saying we have to have our own debt. You got your debt, and I got my debt. Now, let's get into, hey, babe. Let's get into some juicy juice because I want to know what y'all going to be doing for the next 10 years because Bill Gates seems to know what we all going to be doing for the next 10 years, y'all. Bill Gates said yesterday, that within 10 years, AI will replace many doctors, teachers. Humans won't be needed for most things. What? They letting this man come out and say that we won't even be needed. Bill Gates said within 10 years, AI will replace many doctors, teachers, humans. What? He said humans won't be needed for things. Wait a minute, baby. So over the next decade, advances in artificial intelligence will mean that humans will no longer be needed. Okay? That's what the Microsoft co-founder, billionaire philanthropist told comedian Jimmy Fallon. But he wasn't saying it as a joke, y'all. What? That's another husband. Let me highlight this. Todd is a beggar. Keon is a beggar. Marvin Sapp is a beggar. Mark is a beggar. In the Sexy Red, Ski Yee, her baby daddy mama is a beggar. I'm saying, what is going on? But I'm going to tell you what we need to be begging for. I want y'all to read this title, and we're going to get it together. Wait a minute.
The food bank confirmed to 3 News the U.S. Department of Agriculture.
Wait a minute. I'm going to have to play it over. But Trump administration cancels order for $1 million worth of food going to the food bank in Cleveland. Anybody that live in there, Cleveland is calling. Trump administration cancels order for $1 million worth of food for Greater Cleveland Food Bank. And I want y'all to hear this now. You know, Cleveland do have some areas there that have a lot of us, okay? So I want y'all to know. Here it goes.
News, the U.S. Department of Agriculture canceled roughly 553,000 pounds of emergency food aid. Now, the food was scheduled to be received between April and July. Food Bank CEO Kristen Warzoka calls the move, quote, a huge disappointment. Well, the Greater Cleveland Food Bank is losing nearly $1 million worth of food due to federal funding cuts. The food bank confirmed to 3 News the U.S. Department of Agriculture canceled roughly 553,000 pounds of emergency food aid. Now, the food was scheduled to be received between April and July. Food Bank CEO Kristen Warzoka calls the move, quote, a huge disappointment. Well, the Greater Cleveland Food Bank is losing
now a huge disappointment. Let's put it in layman terms. There will be a lot of hungry people. There are some people that can afford to buy groceries, but they fall short and they run to the food pantry. But baby, Cleveland will not be getting any food. I want y'all to know that as of 18 hours ago, HUD ends FHA mortgages for illegal immigrants. Now, baby, I need to refresh y'all memory, being, that financial queen, okay? HUD ends FHA. Remember when Bank of America was giving the black and brown people housing? Well, now what about the people who bought all those houses? They went in, their mortgage was $800 and $900. Now it's $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month. And those people will be what? Homeless. There will be empty housing. So I want y'all to know, HUD ends FHA mortgages for illegal immigrants should benefit Americans who play by the rules. Okay, listen to this, y'all.
You have local judges, local federal judges, period, and DAs and prosecutors, DAs, state attorney generals that want to really take over. I think some of it's for the publicity.
The judges in this country are acting erroneously. They are trying to clearly slow walk this administration's agenda.
The best thing, I think, for the judges is you follow the law. You simply follow the law. And that is what they try to do.
This is a big deal.
Now, I want to tell you something. It's a lot of laws being broken right now, but meaning that it's not coming from us. It's coming for them. No laws are being broken. But I'm going to tell you right now, they better follow the law, because things will fall apart, but they will come back together. And I want y'all to know we want to be on the right side of the law. They saying that they're getting rid of fraud, waste, abuse, and you got educated, rich people trying to find food right now, trying to get unemployment. And all these states are saying that we can't pay you what you're used to making. You can only get $300 to $800 a week because of where you work. You ain't worked on your job long enough to get unemployment. We're going to have to help one another, baby. We're going to have to put our differences aside. But I ain't going to give you no money for no cell phone because your phone broke. We need to give to the needy and not the greedy. Support Black businesses. If somebody can get your money and give you something for your money, then that's when you support Black businesses. Like Mayley and Misa, Macy and Mila, you send money, you get a product back. That's good for your hair. It's good for my braids. I'm telling you, this is good for my braids. And baby, sugar walls. You can wear this with or without draws from Madani. Y'all support Black businesses, but we need to help one another. And I'm going to tell you now, it concludes my show for the news and the gossip and talking about the streets. But let me tell you this. I want y'all to go to my community page today, because I'm going to be putting some financial things up there that can help you. It's free. You go over to Buffy or somebody else, it might not, especially Heavenly, it might not be free. But I'm going to tell you, it's just tips. Don't invest your money in something and say Marcella told you to do it. Read it. Do your own research. You need to stay rich. And rich doesn't mean being a millionaire, okay? Rich is having your money when you need it. Rich is having a couple of thousand sitting in your house somewhere, because shit is real. It's not about to get real no more, y'all. It's getting real. And remember what I said. The tariffs, 25% on every country, will start April 1st. I'm going to tell you how to become a good soldier. Get on your knees and pray to God, the general. And God gave you common sense. God didn't say give no $40,000 to Marvin Sapp. God didn't say give $4 million to Keon. God said take care of you and your family. It's about to get worse before it get better. And like I said to my sisters, I thank y'all for supporting me when I have my downtime and, you know, my spaz out time. Y'all all mean a lot to me. I want y'all to hit my like button, share this video, share it. Get your friends to subscribe. I am 300 people from 12,000, which was my goal for 2025. And so I want to get to that 12,000. Y'all raise your hands up and we're going to stand in solitude. Hey, Lois, we're going to stand in solitude. Y'all, goodbye. And I'm getting ready to post some financial stuff. Y'all can steal it, share it, whatever you want to do it. But don't dare buy anybody a phone or a computer. Buy them, help them pay their rent or get an apartment. Bye. Marcella.